Hey everybody! One of the coolest things is to get comments from viewers of my videos and have them make suggestions as to what they would like to see. So in this, over this last week, I got a comment: if I had to start from scratch as a concert photographer with no portfolio, nothing, what would I do? So I sat down and I started writing notes about this, and it I came up with a whole bunch of stuff and different things, uh, and I go, well, it's going to have to cover more than one video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you chunks of this of my thoughts a little bit at a time over several videos, but we'll cover everything from habits to seeking knowledge to finding and selecting gear. We're going to cover a lot of things in the near future in these videos. So I'm Robert Maxfield, and I've been a concert photographer in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for a very long time, since the late 1970s. And I've photographed many national, global, local bands and artists all over the years. And the reason I make these videos is to help you become a better concert photographer and to avoid some of the pitfalls and mistakes that I've made. So that's why I'm spreading my knowledge to you. One of the neat things about YouTube videos is sometimes I get comments from my viewers, and I got a really cool one about if you had to start over or start as a new concert photographer from scratch with no portfolio, no nothing, what would you do? And I sat down with my notebook like I always do and started making notes and coming up with ideas, and I came up with a ton of different things. They cover a lot of information, so it's going to take more than one video to do it. But I'm going to give you the first chunk of it, and I mean we're going to cover everything from gear selection to habits to um, forums to dealing with other people. We're going to cover a whole lot of things over time. So the first one is you got to figure out is why you want to take concert photos. It could be something as simple as, hey, it's cool, I want to do it. Okay, that's fine. I want to be a professional at it. Okay, whatever your reasoning is, you need to figure it out. And then the next thing you need to figure out is what genre of concert photography or music photography you want to do. Do you want to do country and western? Do you want to do rock? Do you want to do metal? Do you want to do disco? Do you want to do this? You want to do blues? You want to do whatever? You need to figure out what's going on. And the next step I would tell you is once you figured out what you want to shoot and why you want to shoot it, get you a notebook. This notebook system is really good because what it does is you can take the notebook, go to breakfast with somebody, sit down and talk with them about what you're doing and why you want to do things. Make notes and mental things so that you can remember everything from this is what I need to do today, this is what I need to buy tomorrow, this is where I want to go next week, this is how I want to do this. You can put that all down in your notebook and keep notes. That way you don't forget. And typically most people's attention span or memory is probably 30 seconds. I can't remember what I had for dinner 3 days ago. So how am I going to remember what I need to purchase from somebody to do a photo shoot? Chances are I'll forget. So, and then I have to keep getting in a hurry to get everything done. Uh, the next thing to do is I will tell you there's a lot of good information and a lot of bad information on social media. So you're going to naturally go out and you're going to start looking at social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and start looking at people on like Facebook forums or Facebook pages. Um, I will tell you, do not participate, but go out and look at these pages, read the comments, and do not say anything. Lurk. Look and see what information is being presented out there. I will tell you right off that probably 75% of people that are in these forums that are working these things out in a lot of these forums don't have a clue about what the hell they're doing. Okay? That may sound cruel or rude or whatever, but it's the truth. Okay? They don't have any idea of what they're doing. Now, the next step goes along with this. Look in these forums at the quality of the work in which these people are presenting. Don't make any comments. Just look at the work they're giving out there and look to see what photographs and videos for concerts that you like. Okay. There's a lot of these concert photos out there that people say, oh, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, it's terrible. It's a bad photograph. It's blurry. It's dark. You can't see the face. You got this, that, and the other going on with it. You got 10 people on there. You got half the instruments cut off. Find what you like. What draws you to the photograph of the concert, and see what you actually like. And write down in your notebook what you like about that particular photo. What makes it stand out? What makes it unique, and why do you like it? Okay, you can go out there and look, and I guarantee you there's a lot of people that can barely run their camera, let alone know anything about composition or lighting or how the camera works. They just go out and they do it. Okay, that they've put the cart before the horse, gone out and said, I'm going to go out and buy a $3,000 camera and become a concert photographer with absolutely no experience, and they go do it. Okay, well, that's paying things the hard way. But what happens is you're going to find that a lot of these people are not really very, very good. Okay, they could be better, and every once in a while they'll put out a hit or miss, but consistently they're not really that good. And but a lot of people will go, oh, that's great, that's wonderful, you hit that, you nailed that one. No, not necessarily. You didn't. It's a bad photograph. So I would take and look at that and say, what do I think is the best photographs? Why do I like them? And keep that to yourself. Write that down in your journal and make sure that is between you, and don't express anything to anybody else. So that's what I would do next. The next thing you see out there all the time is, oh man, I got to have that camera. I got to have that Sony. I got to have that Canon. I got to have that Nikon. What kind of camera do I need? What do I need to do with it? Don't worry about it, okay? If I was going to start fresh now with no portfolio, I would not even bring a camera for the first couple months to these shows. What I would bring would be my cell phone. When I first started, okay, I carried a 126 film camera, and simply because I wanted to record the show, the concert. I had no idea what I was doing, but it just turned out to be okay. I later learned what kind of camera I needed and what I needed it to do. Back in the day when I started, you didn't have any problems. I could walk into the show and see Bad Company. I could see Ted Nugent. I could see Journey. I could see Sammy Hagar. I could see Van Halen. Anybody I wanted to see, and walk right through the front door with my camera totally out in the open, and nobody would stop me. You cannot do that today. National Touring Acts will not let you through the door 99.9% of the time with your gear. Don't worry about getting media passes and sending letters and talk to the venue and stuff like that. If you're just starting out, the most important thing is to build your portfolio. And having a camera to do it. And when you walk through the door, you've got your cell phone in hand. They're not going to stop you with it unless you go to some of these weird casinos. They're not going to stop you with it, and you can take photos with it. And the first few photos that you get are good enough to put on a website or put in a book, or, well, I did these last night. You can make prints, put them in a book. You can put them on Instagram, you know, that kind of thing. And that's good enough to get you started with, or a website, that's good enough to get you started with a portfolio. So, and that's the first key. Worry about gear later, and that don't worry about that. Worry about getting the pictures first before you start talking about gear. Most of the people that talk to you about gear have no earthly clue about what they're doing with their gear. It's strange, but it's true. Okay? They're using too high ISOs. They're using the wrong shutter speeds. They're not using the right metering modes. They're not in the right. They're not set up right. They're doing things like that, and there's a lot of bad information that's out there that you can get tangled in without you knowing, and then that even confuses you and makes your job even harder. Remember, keep the book, work out of the book. Take your notes and write down what you find good and bad, what you like and what you don't like, what you need to buy, why you need to buy it, and keep those notes. If you found anything in this video interesting, you liked it, anything like that, man, do the right thing. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We love it when you write comments. In the next few videos along this line, I'm going to go over cameras and what you should know about cameras and selection. A little bit of that'll probably be next. We're going to cover basically how the back end of being a concert photographer actually works. There's more than just showing up to a venue and going, hey, I got a camera, that kind of stuff. So there's going to be security. There's going to be a little bit of everything. It's going to cover everything you can imagine. But please like and subscribe. We thank you, and keep those comments coming, because that helps out, and I can make these videos to help you when you send those comments. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.